Global Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, sorry about that, y'all. It's been a day or two, you know what I'm saying? Brother, I have some kind of virus got the brother. Let's be happy it ain't corona. You know what I mean? So I think it's day 3 of it. So I'm still not there. Got that little headache rolling around up in here, a little bit. That's why I'm gonna make this quick, right? And get my butt back down and lay down a little bit, so I can be all right. But it's just certain things you gotta say. You gotta hurry up. I'm kind of read up on the boxing news and other news, right? And funny thing that just keeps happening. This is really funny. I know people come here, and they hope that they glad that they don't too many people come in, right? Because there's too much truth going on. You know what I mean? And let's talk the middleweights. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the weight is. The Canelo, right? Canelo Alvarez. And I'm just saying, Canelo Alvarez, his opponents should give Demetrius Andrade about 20% of their purse, right? Because Demetrius Andrade has a lot to do with the purse that the opponents from Canelo Alvarez are getting. He has a lot to do with that. I know people don't want to admit it or act like they don't see it, but they know what time it is. And if they don't, then you're in here, the 20 of you. Listen, Canelo fights Kovalev, right? He fought Kovalev. And I'm going to repeat, he could have fought Demetrius Andrade for undisputed middleweight championship on his September date that he so dearly likes. Those are his dates since Floyd Mayweather stopped, right? He didn't do that. He waited until after the date, until Kovalev fights at the yard, and after that, make Kovalev not even have a long time, and gives Kovalev 12 million, right? Because he was like, I don't even think you would have had to give Demetrius Andrade 12 million for an undisputed fight. All Canelo fans, all the media act like that the undisputed fight wasn't even there. Now, mind you, they're at the same promotion company or the same, television company or app or whatever you call it nowadays. They're at the zone. They show it on the same channel, right? So there was not too much of a problem in making that fight. But for some reason, instead of fighting Andrade on the date for undisputed middleweight champion, don't get mad at me. Don't we all want one champion? Or am I just an anomaly by myself? Right? Is that what that is? Undisputed. So he doesn't do that and pays Kovalev 12 million to go up and wait to fight Kovalev. And Kovalev looked very, very weird in that fight. And I'm putting it lightly because I don't want to just harp on that fight right now. You understand? But you do that instead of Demetrius Andrade and gives him a lot of money to do that. Now we're hearing that, he gave offers to Callum Smith at 168 and Billy Joe Saunders at 168, right? Now we do know that Andrade and Charlo will go up to 168 to fight him too. They were at 154, champions trying to fight him. At 160, champions trying to fight him. And they both acknowledged that they'll go up to 168. But Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders had gotten offers. They didn't accept the offers. So what are we going to say? They're ducking Canelo? Well, their promoter is also Eddie Hearn, the same as Demetrius Andrade. And Eddie Hearn knows better than anyone how bad they don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. So if I was Eddie Hearn, I ain't taking nothing. I would tell Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders, listen, y'all good, but y'all know damn well how good Demetrius Andrade is. Y'all know it. Billy Joe Saunders was supposed to fight Demetrius Andrade twice, was doped. He didn't even fight him. He didn't fight him on the fight when he got back, right? Think about it. Billy Joe Saunders was doped. A year and a half, couldn't fight or whatever, about a year. And he didn't fight Demetrius Andrade while Billy Joe Saunders is doped. He comes back and Billy Joe Saunders gets the fight. Just like I told you would happen. But Eddie Hearn has talked to both of those guys. Look, we can get a lot of money. The reason why we can get a lot of money is he's not fighting Demetrius Andrade or Charlo at all, right? And because of that, let's get some more money. And that's what if I was Demetrius Andrade, I would be like, Eddie Hearn, give me some of that. Give me 20% of that. That's what I at least would start with. I'll settle for 10, but I want some money from them. Because the reason why Billy Joe Saunders and Callum Smith is going to get a lot of money is because Canelo is not fighting Demetrius Andrade because he can get embarrassed there. Canelo knows he doesn't have to beat somebody up bad to win a fight. It could be close. And everyone will say, Danny Jacobs. You put Canelo in Danny Jacobs' shoes and Danny Jacobs Canelo's shoes, Canelo still wins that fight. right? Anything close is Canelo's. Canelo got a draw against Floyd Mayweather, and that's physically impossible by any sort of objectivity. Physically impossible, but it happened right before our eyes. So with that being said, he's going to happen. So that's why Demetrius Andrade should get 20% of the purse, right? And that's why Callum Smith and Billy Joe Sanders didn't agree. Now, when we think, well, he wants 168. We see he wanted to fight the Japanese guy, Murata, who's a regular champion, which means not a champion. I don't even know why it's a regular dude. That's what we should be calling it, not champion. Don't put champion after those things because it confuses people. Champion would at least mean you're the best in your division, or the second best, or the third best, or maybe the fourth best. But champion can't mean that you're not in the top 6 or 7. That can't mean that. That's what regular means every time across the board. Manuel Char, regular champion heavyweight division, you got him in your top 5. Did you have Lucas Brown in your top 5? Did you have Ruslan Shakya in your top 5? Right? That's what regular means. Absolutely nothing. There's no only regular champion right now that's really something that nobody want to fight is Rigondeaux, who just won. Matter of fact, that's another thing. Rigondeaux, Inouye, you see how quick Inouye got he called Inouye out. See how quick Inouye got a fight after that and won't fight Rigondeaux? That's another thing. I might do a video about that. But, and another one that Canelo will think about fighting is Munguia. Everybody except the guys, which would be the biggest fights. And the biggest fight would be Andrade or Charlo. But he doesn't have to do that. So my point is, Demetrius Andrade should be getting some money from whoever Canelo fights because they're going to get more money because of Demetrius Andrade and or Charlo. Doma Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm about to hear y'all.